Alright, Ed's playing, I'm chatting. We're playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Welcome to episode 4 of Ori and the Will of the Wisps here on GameSoup. My name's Joe. This is Ed on the controller. His name's Ed. I'm just doing all the talking. Ed, you don't gotta say a word.
Nope. Come here.
Nobody named Nick here today, thankfully.
Yeah, well, that's unusual.
He's very loud and very annoying.
That is a switch door.
You can't smash through that? You need a switch to get through there?
I believe it's a switch door.
That almost looks like a smash door. Minus 10. Minus 10 points. 0.
0.
Oh, yeah, just keep running. Keep running to the left. Keep running to the left. And fall in. Fall in or you're going to get lasered.
Lasered. Oh, this is so...
Yeah, there's really no... You could figure this... You could solve that by mistake.
If you were a small child, or you had my intellect, even you could figure it out. Uh-oh.
I know exactly what your intellect is, Ed.
It's about just enough to finish that puzzle.
Yeah.
It's another arena room.
Yeah, I like arena rooms in these games. I was wondering... I wonder if you re-enter the room if the enemies will respawn. Probably not.
Yeah,
I imagine they probably will not. I kind of like arena rooms, but I generally like them only if they spawn one time. I think that's how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
If you enter the room and just to get through it for the first time, you have to clear the arena. But if you want to retraverse the environment, and if every time you went in, you had to do the full arena battle, that would be kind of annoying. I feel like that would be a bit much.
I mean, who does that, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
No, I haven't.
I think there's a good reason for it.
Yeah, that's probably because they learn early on in testing, and if not, their beta testers tell them, hey man, this is really fucking annoying. Why are you doing this?
I mean, unless
they take it out.
Yeah. Unless it's like you can go back through there and get to a new section that you haven't been to before, then you can reuse it. But what a maze this old mill is! No time to tarry though, still a ways to go. I've knowledge to acquire and you've a mill to unstick. And a friend to find, I hear. Good luck, no time to waste. I mean, the stakes really are much lower this time around compared to the first game.
That was a big wheel.
It was.
Did you notice that was a wheel on the way in? I wasn't really paying attention.
No, I didn't actually, yeah. Oh, this has got to be a secret. Look at that. Look at books. Look at books. Look at books.
They're all melted, though. They look all wilted.
You call them the wilted of the wisp. This is a secret. That is 100% a secret. Wait.
Up in there? No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
I thought this cog was in the background, but this one was in the foreground so that you could jump off of it, and it looks like directly above. Because, look, you can even see it. Yeah,
it looks like there should be something up there, but no, it's not.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's nothing up there. Well, that's disappointing. I give this game a 3 out of 10. I
think by the end it's going to be a 10 out of 10, though.
I mean, it's already pretty solid. Yeah.
Yeah, a solid 3. Hey, you said it first.
Hey. Pretty great. It is a pretty great game already.
I mean, even though we're so zoomed out, we can see the character pretty clearly. I'm really glad that he's bright white, though, because white is the most visible color. If you even want to call white a color. Some people consider white and black to not be colors. I consider them colors. I don't know. Maybe scientifically they're not, but who cares about science? I care about what people are seeing with their real eyes. White's a color. So is black.
What is this? Is it nothing? I think it's nothing.
I think it's nothing, yeah. I think you just got to latch onto that with that L ability again.
Oh, yeah. See, that's what I did wrong. I forgot about the L.
You just got to be using the L ability. Yeah, it's been 15 minutes. We did take a 15-minute break between the last episode and this one, so it's fair.
Oh, my God.
The whole thing's a wheel. That's pretty mind-blowing. Now, the first wheel, I felt stupid for not noticing that it was a wheel. That first big wheel that we just turned 2 minutes ago? No. I don't feel stupid for this one, not noticing this was a giant wheel. Did you notice that this was a giant wheel before we got here? If you did, leave it in the comments below. You've won.
How could you... I can't believe they did this. I can't believe they did it. I can't believe it. Is it even reflected on the map? I think it is.
Yeah, it's circular.
Oh my God.
Wow, that is a brain bender.
How can they slap like that? This is a game that slaps. Oh, this is the same, though. It's only this part in the middle that's different. Jeez.
Yeah, the game's not as dark as the last game, but still, Ori being the brightest color
still helps.
Still, it does really help.
Which is weird, because, like, these bright blue moss sections are still bright blue, but it's not like you ever lose him. You never lose sight of Ori. Can I get up here? Yeah.
So the color that stands out the most is going to be white on a dark background, right? Second most will be black on a white background. That stands out almost as much, if not as much. It's close to equal. Then, as far as...
Wait.
it just hurts you.
It's not an instant kill.
It's not an instant kill. It looks like it should be an instant kill.
Yeah. They used
Pushing
to be.
boulders into the lasers, the game. But of the other colors... Now, some people think it's yellow stands out the most of the 6... colorful colors, as I call them professionally. The colors that aren't black and white. There are 6 of them.
Whoa! We're spinning. Whoa!
So which one stands out the most? Some people might say yellow. I would say red. I think red stands out the most. I'm pretty sure that's actually scientifically proven.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if I'm going out, and if I want to be noticed, I'll wear red.
No. Oh, no.
I'll wear all red. You ever worn just fire engine red pants and just a bright red t-shirt?
No.
Never?
Why? Why would you?
Oh, because I do it all the time. When I go to the gym, I have these bright red pants that I got real cheap at Ross.
But why?
And I wear a bright red Phillies shirt. It's an old shirt, It's red.
Are you making sure that everybody can see you?
Yeah, I'm a red man.
Red man.
That's my gym clothes. Do you remember gym clothes at school? You remember how you bring your gym clothes on gym day to school? Turns out you actually didn't have to do that.
Oh, well,
what are they going to do? What are they going to do? Twist your arm? The gym teacher's going to grab your arm and start twisting it? Why didn't you bring your gym clothes to school? Why didn't you bring your gym clothes?
What a waste.
And you sit out. You can go outside, and he's like, all right, go outside and have a cigarette, but next time, bring your gym clothes.
I don't remember that part.
That's what my gym teacher told me when I didn't bring my gym clothes. He used to tell us to go out for a cigarette.
Why? Did he know? He was probably down with it.
That part's a lie, but do you remember gym clothes?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
so
gym
stupid.
class. I mean, gym class was a waste for people like you and me, Joe.
I think the worst part about gym class was in 10th grade when it became swimming class and you had to go into that broth. One day I saw about a 6 to 8 inch booger floating on top of the... It was floating on top of the water, but it was hanging down under the water, like a root.
Stop.
Like how, a lily pad or something might have a root underneath kind of floating in the water.
Dude, no.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
That's gross.
I went in the pool anyway. Everyone did. We just obeyed. But if you're in 10th grade and they're so-called forcing you to take swimming class, I want you to know you can actually just not get in the water. You just don't bring your swim trunks. Just tell them I'm not going in. What are they gonna do? Throw you in the pool? Are they gonna physically assault you and throw you in the pool because your parents are gonna have a lawsuit on their hands if they do such a thing?
I mean, what they would do is...
That's illegal and immoral.
They would dock you points, and then at the end of the year, you wouldn't pass phys ed.
Yeah?
Which, yeah, I mean, most people...
Yeah, the worst thing's going to happen, maybe you'll get kicked out of school and you have to go to one of those so-called schools that's in a strip center somewhere.
Oh, no.
That's what they do with the kids that don't, well, at least in the suburbs. I don't know about in the cities. So don't take my... Maybe look into it if you're not in a suburb. If you're in maybe a city or a countryside school, maybe they do things differently. But around here, if you fuck up in school, what happens is in order to keep the grade point average of their student body higher, is they will send the kids who are delinquent and who don't do their work and get good grades, they'll send them to a so-called school in a strip center somewhere in town where you go and you sit on a computer all day. Now, this is what they used to do. Maybe they probably still do it like that. And it's like probably an old computer. It's probably going to be at least 10 years out of date. And you're supposed to be studying. What are you studying on the computer? Nothing. There's nothing specific. You just go to this school. And you sit there for 3 hours. You could do nothing for 3 hours, really. And you get an A if you show up. That's it. It's just to keep the grade point average up. And that's what's going to happen to you if you... Maybe if you decide to not bring your swim trunks to school and not get in the pool. That might happen to you.
You know, Joe, some people might say that's a pretty severe punishment.
I would say that's actually a blessing. I mean, for me, it would have been a blessing. Now, I'm not going to say it's a blessing for everyone. It would have been a blessing for me to have followed my gut and dropped out of high school. I may have talked about this before. I think I've talked about this before on GameSoup. But
yeah, I think you did. Right, but
I would have been on a better path had I dropped out of high school. But that might not be for everybody. So, don't take this as advice. Just take this as an option for yourself. Dude, you don't have to get in the pool at school. You don't have to get in the school pool. All right, Ed?
Yeah, I mean, all right. You really don't.
It's not, and it's also not as serious as you think. Getting into college, not that serious. Because here's what college is. It's just training you to work for another man. Yeah, you can do that. you can just hold on to a laser.
I don't know what I expected, but all right. I don't know why I did that.
You can only go so high with a college education. You can't get to the top with the college education. You're not going to be the top guy. You're not going to school for business and why you could, I guess, dude, but it wouldn't be because you went to college that you wind up at the top.
Dude, he's camping. Stop camping. Watch this. Get lasered. Yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but he was camping.
Well, it's more important to be talking about Ori and the Blind Forest than Joe's terrible life advice. It's not going to be helpful to almost anyone listening. But
where did that guy come from?
If it was helpful, if you listen to this and then you do what I say, you do what I say would have been good for me. That's the thing with taking advice, is that everybody's different. Every person is different.
Right.
And what worked for me is probably not going to work. Probably not going to work for you, actually. You got to grab onto that blue with your zap. L button. There you go.
There we go.
Do it again. Other way, though. Oh, God. This is probably harder than it looks.
What the hell? It's, Oh, it also matters what side you approach it from.
Yeah.
I see.
That's what it seems like, yeah.
That's what I didn't understand.
Just from watching it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But I'm not saying that anybody should just drop out of college. I mean, drop out of high school.
Yeah.
Because for most people, that's not going to be a good option because they will want... Here's the thing, man. College, especially high school, but also college. You're not learning a trade so much as you are learning how to learn things.
I don't like that. I don't like that explanation at all. Just go on YouTube, man. You can learn everything you need to know on YouTube for just about anything. And if you can't learn on YouTube, you can get a cheap course on one of these websites.
Hey, you don't get crushed.
One of these training websites. Yeah, that's actually kind of nice. It doesn't just turn you into a burst of energy.
Energy burst.
Like many games would.
Wait, can we get up here? No.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I know. I know it's
the best way to learn how to learn is to find something that you're passionate about, something you actually want to learn how to do.
No, that's not true at all.
No, that's absolutely true.
Not true at all. Because
it is true.
It doesn't matter if you're passionate about something if you don't know how to learn it. You could spend all the time in the world trying to learn the thing that you're passionate about and not get anywhere because you don't know what you're doing.
You know what? Get into contact with me. I'll set you on the right path. Email us GameSoupLP@gmail.com. I am a certified guidance counselor at a local community college.
My compass, you found it. I'm in your debt.
And I haven't been fired yet, even though I tell all the students to get lost. Don't go to college, you nut.
Wait, so did we fix the mill?
We have to search the mill.
I don't want to. Isn't this the mill?
Yeah.
This is the mill.
This is the mill.
Oh.
There's a spot over there we haven't been to the west.
You think?
To the Kanye West.
This is the entrance. We've already been here.
Well, speaking of dropping out of high school, though, by the way, also you should probably get a GED.
Well, then you shouldn't drop out of high school.
You had to teach yourself. You got to be an autodidact. You understand? Most people can't do this. So this advice is going to apply to very few of anyone. Probably no one. Well, maybe someone listening, but again, advice is probably not going to work because you're in a different place. You're a different guy. It's probably not going to work.
We can't get up there, can we? Oh, we can.
You can. You can latch onto that.
I'm such a Moransky.
Oh God! Oh, you did it. You got to latch on. Yeah, this is. I mean, it's really helpful to be able to latch on to be able to swing out with that lightning swing.
Look at this very Hollow Knight shortcut. with the slanted branch. Straight out of Hollow Knight. Oh, son of a bitch. But also, that's it. I thought we looked at the mill, and there's
This is the mill. We're done in the mill.
It says search the mill.
We
Look,
searched it.
Look.
Oh, what's that?
The silent teeth. Figure out what is blocking the mill's mechanisms to get the water flowing again. Well, maybe it was like...
Maybe it's another entrance to the mill from the outside?
Maybe. It might be.
Gosh.
I sure don't like being lost in video games. I feel like my pride is at stake.
You know, irony becomes non-irony
Yeah.
if you do it enough. Because I used to say gosh ironically instead of saying God. Oh my God.
But then you just are saying it.
Yeah, then they just keep saying it ironically, and then it just becomes part of your vocabulary. Because I think saying gosh is really, really corny, right? And stupid. But I say it all the time now because I said it ironically for about 2 years, and now it's just part of my vocabulary. I say it almost as much as I say, oh my God. I say, oh my gosh.
Yeah, doing anything ironically, pro tip, doing anything ironically is a bad idea.
It's going to lead you to doing it non-ironically. Trust me. It happens every time.
Like, I'm only subbed to guys on Twitch ironically. But it turns out I'm just subbed to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have we been here? In this room? In this boy? Why did I say boy? What?
No.
Well,
Yeah, we have, but I don't think we've been everywhere in here. So this
No.
might be it. I think this is just another part of the mill that we had to enter through another...
why is this mill so
Another
large?
segment.
Am I the only one who has a problem with this? I just died.
It's pretty large. What are they milling in here? Corn?
If you die and then look at the map, this is what happens.
But you can move the little... You're moving a little white dot around for a second.
I-
there. Oh, no, you're not.
Oh my god. Okay, so when you're dead, when you're technically dead... Okay, look. I'm actually panning. I'm panning. You can see because the...
Yeah,
I'm
you can see
panning.
because the icon on the bottom is getting smaller and smaller. The
That's
icon
me.
that's pointing to where you are, yeah.
When you die, apparently, you go to the very top of the map, and you're a tiny little dot.
You can click in the L, though, to focus Ori.
Oh, really?
Excuse me. You can click in... It said click in the stick to focus on Ori.
I'm gonna try it
It's
again.
actually kind of a useful... We should probably have that, too. To focus... Have just a shortcut to focus in on the player.
Yeah, you're right.
It's actually a really good...
Yeah, it is.
That's a really good QOL. Quality of life. improvement.
Focus objective. Because that's funny, because apparently that's where we are, but if you focus Ori... Way up
He's
in the
dead.
room, he's so
If he's
dead.
dead, it'll focus way far outside of the map. It's
His-
interesting.
His broken husk of a corpse. Oh, come on! That's not even fair! I do want to get up there, though. I feel like there's something of value up here. Oh, it's the map boy! Isn't it? Yeah, it's Lupo. Welcome to the Wellspring Mill, where all the wet comes from, or came from at least. I used to be a little nervous about mapping these great gears. What if they suddenly decided to turn again? But they've still been still as a slumbering spittle slug for so long now. It's safe for now. Probably. Dude, we are so loaded. Look at our money.
Yeah, 10,049.
Close, yeah. It's about what it
Hey,
is.
I dropped out of high school. What do I know about
yeah.
numbers? I don't know the difference between 1,049 and
Well,
10,049.
it's a good thing you're giving advice to other people then.
You know, apparently a lot of people actually can't calculate the square footage of a room.
I can't. Well, okay, you just
Really?
measure one wall and then you measure the adjacent wall.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
If you have a slant, though, this room actually has a diagonal on it, though. So doing the diagonal would be kind of be a little more difficult.
You're actually right.
Pay attention to the game, Ed. Stop
yeah,
looking
yeah.
at the room.
Actually, yeah, the thing with that is, just like video games, all complex shapes can be broken down into triangles, right?
Yeah.
Like more or less. Not all, but most. Like this room could just be broken down into, instead of a rectangle, it could just be a series of triangles.
Yeah.
So you really, if you had to, like if somebody was putting a gun against my head, I could probably figure it
Yeah,
out.
you can figure it out. That's the thing, you forget all that shit, too.
Well, it's not just that, it's that I never learned it.
it.
It's that I was in class, but my brain was not
Yeah.
there.
I think that's the case for a lot of us, man.
Yeah, but those
Like,
are...
you ever read The Great Gatsby?
Yeah, it sucks. I read it twice. It's...
Oh, I never read it.
Oh,
It was assigned to be read, but of course I never read it.
right.
I bet it's actually a good book.
No, it's not. I've read it twice, and it sucks.
No.
I read it recently.
No, you just ran over my entire thesis here, Ed. I had an entire thesis for this,
Oh.
and you just ran over it.
Well, you asked me. You said have I read it?
No. What about Great Expectations?
No, I never read that.
Well, that's probably a good book. I never read it either.
No.
That wasn't required reading for you?
Who's... Charles Dickens, right?
Yeah.
No, we never read that. We read Catch-22. Well, we were supposed to read Catch-22. And whatever one we were just talking
Maybe
about.
that might have actually been like the smart kids class read Catch-22, because I never had to read Catch-22. We got Great Expectations. I think maybe that was like the dumb kids book.
That's weird because I feel like Catcher in the Rye is an easier read.
No, you said Catch-22.
Oh, we were supposed to read Catch-22. You're right.
Yeah.
But nobody read it because we ran out of time, so we never talked about it or had a quiz on it or anything.
Oh, okay.
The teacher was just like, read this in your spare time, and nobody did.
Of course no one's going to do it then,
yeah. We were up there already, right?
But yeah, required reading, you're really not going to take an interest in it. If it's required of you to do it,
yeah,
you're going to take way less of an interest in it, or no interest in it. The only book that the only assigned book I ever read was Catcher in the Rye. I read it in 2 days. What a great little tome.
I read it for the first time when I was in Japan a couple years ago, and I never laughed so hard at a book.
It's been a long time, but I just remember loving it, and it spoke to me at that time in my life. I was probably like 16 or something.
That's a book that speaks to everybody at that point in their lives, you know? It's all about growing up and why it's not fair. Wait, we actually can't get through here. I have an idea. Check this out. Look at the bees. There's bees.
They're mosquito bees.
Oh yeah, they are. They're mosquitoes. Wait, can I
get out?
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe that's why they made the water purple, so it's like it looks poisonous. So that...
Yeah, well, I think they did in the first game too. Like the water is. I think some of the water is purple.
Maybe it's more like the lighting in the first game. I don't know.
Yeah, it's becoming harder and harder to compare this to the first game because the differences are becoming more complex.
Yeah, let's just stop doing it.
Okay. Wait.
I mean, nobody likes their old work to be compared to their new work.
Well, I guess. Okay, this is a timed thing. But what about it is timed? I do not know.
But yeah, I think a good book needs to be presented to the right person at the right time. That's key. People think like that a book just isn't for me. It's just not for you as a person. But you're just not the person that should be reading that book yet, that would enjoy that book yet. You might never be, but I think a lot of times it's just the right book at the right time, and high school kids, most of them are not the right book at the right time.
Yeah.
And what's presented to them is really just boring, and you're either not going to read it, you're going to read the Cliff Notes maybe to get through the class, and you're just going to be bored of it.
Yeah, we read some really crappy books where I just bought the Cliff Notes instead.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's something in here that I'm supposed to be grabbing. Because otherwise, how do you get this garlic ore?
You can grab onto the mosquitoes.
Oh.
Whoops.
Because, what? It's not on the map anymore? It's right there. You can see the garlic ore.
Yeah, you can see it.
But...
Yeah, it's right there. There it is.
Yeah, but
it's on the map.
But apparently you can't get through here.
Look at the map again.
You know, it's on the map, but what I'm saying is we can't... This was a flat surface that there was like a switch for, and we never found the switch. So I guess we just carry on. I guess we just continue. Maybe it's over here.
That's possible.
I guess we just wait. Let's get up there. Get up there. Yeah.
Maybe.
It's locking on.
It is locking on, but barely. You could try it.
No.
I'll just turn that off. I'll just say no attaching to that. If you can't, you can attach to it.
All right. That was unexpected.
I guess it doesn't really give you much of an advantage to be able to do it. So maybe that's why they didn't take it out. All right. Well, fair enough. But yeah, I think the time part is key for when any piece of media really. It doesn't just apply to books. We were talking about it earlier with music, right?
Right.
It's just the right time in the right person's life that it touched them in a certain way, and it made them feel something at that time. And to be forced to read a certain book at a certain time is just completely the wrong approach.
Yeah.
I read books now, mostly in audiobook form, but things that I would have found to be terribly boring when I was younger. And there are a lot of things that I enjoyed when I was younger that I would find boring now.
Are you? Wait. Damage enemies who hit Ori.
But I think a lot of the interest in reading, which is a great way to take in new information and learn things. If you didn't know that, Ed, reading.
I've heard of this so-called method.
I think a lot of the enjoyment and the lessons that can be learned from reading are the benefits are beaten out of you by school, by being forced to read things. Not necessarily forced, because like I said, you do have the option to not do it. And you might get kicked out of school, and you might have to go to one of those strip center schools, but you do have the option to not do what they tell you, you know?
Right.
Or you can figure out ways to skate through. You can take as many study halls as possible. That's kind of what I did. So I didn't have to do homework for my last couple years at high school because I took many study halls. So I would finish all my homework and projects at study hall and play Final Fight 1. Sometimes I would play it in class.
Oh.
I'd play Game Boy games.
I'm sure I've told you this before, but I took a typing class, and that was the class where I played the most Golden Sun.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Yep. The Lost Age.
I never played the second one, actually.
Me neither.
Oh, and there was a sequel for the DS. Can you believe it? And I never got around to it.
Yeah, same.
I don't know. I feel like I probably just don't have the patience for that classic of an RPG anymore. Like, it's so old school.
Yeah, I wonder if I could handle it now. Because that's again, it's like right thing, right time. Like, I can't play Pokemon games anymore.
Yeah, I tried as recently as a couple years ago. I bought Pokemon X for the 3DS.
Oh, really?
And I played it for, I think I beat the game, and I was like, wow, I'm really not into this anymore. But I thought I was going to be into it. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't have the patience for it. Well, I beat it once, so obviously I had that much patience, but it didn't grab me at all. Yeah, this is where we're trying to unlock, but it looks like this is a one-way entrance, so there's got to be a switch.
Maybe there's one part of the map you haven't uncovered yet in here. Right there, that little... This right here.
Like this.
Yeah.
Oh, Like,
I don't know.
Unless there's a switch in plain sight that we're just not seeing.
Oh. What the fuck? What was that? Wait, how did that even happen? I missed it.
That was the switch in plain sight. It looks like a rope that you can grab, right?
Oh.
But guess what? It's a switch in plain sight.
You gotta heal.
Alright, let's try this again. You gotta see this.
Are you serious? That's a switch? It's a switch in plain sight. Those lasers are gonna get you. look at that. Look at the rope you gotta climb. That looks really funny. The rope dropping down while the lasers are trying to get you. Look at little tiny Ori clinging on for his dear life, climbing up.
Well, we got a lot of Gorlak ore now. We can officially buy one of those upgrades.
So yeah, I can't read Dickens. Dickens was ruined for me by whatever government assigned Great Expectations is required reading for students in our school. Well, my school did. I guess yours probably too. I don't know.
I mean, we were forced to read
districts.
Shakespeare. I imagine Shakespeare is the same with most people, right?
There's probably a time in a lot of people's lives it might never hit you. There might never be a point. There's plenty of authors, plenty of information and stories to experience. You could go through your whole life without ever reaching a point where you would enjoy Shakespeare, and that's perfectly fine. But to be assigned a piece of art that you're supposed to feel something about, being assigned it kind of eliminates the feeling out of it.
Yeah, you're right about that. You know, especially when it comes down to the deadline. Like, oh no, I have to have read this or else. Wait, what is this?
I think a better way to take in information. Now, this probably doesn't work for stories like fiction books. I don't really read fiction anymore anyway, but rarely. I read comics rarely, but I don't. Yeah, I think a better way to read books is just to read whatever's interesting to you at the time. You could just bounce from book to book. You don't have to finish anything. Just read. You know, you can read articles too, but you don't have to. Don't finish. You don't. It's more of a vanity metric to be reading a book just to finish it. Like if you're looking at the pages, you're like, oh, I'm on page 500, only 200 more, and I can call this book read. If that's what you're excited about, you're doing it wrong. I think. I think if you're not learning anything, or if you're bored in a certain chapter, but you really want to finish reading the book just to finish it, like I was doing this with some game design book. I can't remember what it was called.
A Book of Lenses.
No, it wasn't a Book of Lenses.
Oh, okay.
I have that one.
Yeah.
But It was something else, and I like really wanted to finish it, and it was preventing me from reading other books because I was like, oh, I gotta finish this one first. And I was trying to read it. Like 3 years later, I still haven't finished it because it was fucking boring. It got to a point where it was fucking boring, and I wasn't getting anything out of it anymore. And it wasn't because like I knew the information. It just wasn't the right time and the right place. Even though I want to learn game design, obviously, but that just wasn't exactly doing it for me at the time. So bouncing from book to book or from piece of information to piece of information, I think is useful. I mean, at the same time, like if you're trying to develop a specific skill, for instance, like for me, drawing, but also coding, like any kind of skill that you're trying to develop, and you're reaching that stopping point where it's not fun anymore and it's fucking frustrating, that's when you actually have to hit it hard.
Yeah.
That's when you actually have to keep going into it. But if you're just like, if you're reading a book to gain information, to gain knowledge or some kind of wisdom, right? I might not be saying it right, but that's the time to be bouncing around to different kinds of topics, especially when you're younger. But when you're trying to actually really learn and master a skill, when the going gets tough, that's when you got to keep pushing through. When you're feeling really frustrated, that's the time. You just got to power through it for hours on end, sometimes days or even weeks at a time before you'll finally figure out, you'll get past that hurdle that you were at. So I think it's a little bit different for learning skills, but if you're just reading to gain knowledge, like if it's something that you already know or it's something that's just boring to you, you can keep skipping through it.
What is this thing? It's nothing?
Because we get later on into a book, right, and there's information that you were supposed to learn from earlier in the book that's not applying to this part of the book, then you know, okay, I've either got to go back or I've got to read something else, right?
Right.
Either the entire topic is not interesting to you, or you're going to know pretty quickly if you skip ahead in a book that you should have probably paid closer attention, and you reread earlier stuff. And also, this is going to cause you to reread earlier, or reread material more often, rather than just trying to get through a book and not comprehending it. It might cause you to reread certain parts, certain things that don't make sense to you.
I mean, repetition is the soul of wit, as they say.
Yeah.
And it's not brevity; it's repetition. Because that's the only way you're going to learn things. Trust me.
I think I heard somebody say, I don't know who it was, but somebody said that that it's better to it's better to reread the same 100 books for your entire life again and again than to read 10,000 books over your entire lifetime.
As somebody who used to be a super avid reader, I 110% agree with that.
Wow.
Why?
I don't know.
Are you surprised?
I don't know. We tend to not agree on a lot of these kind of topics.
No, but yeah, that topic in particular.
Well, great.
Like, reading anything just once is basically the same as not reading it at all.
Yeah, I find like two times through is when I start to really comprehend something, unless it's something really simple.
Get out of here,
something that you already kind of understood from before.
Dude, no, the bee! The bees! How do we get up there? No, bees! Check this out.
You're gonna get it.
Shit.
I think if you do it at just the right angle, just the right time, you're gonna get it.
Bees!
Oh, you can get that. You can get that orange over there.
No, bees! Bees!
You gotta see the look on Ed's face. He's got the grimace of a lifetime.
God, I'm really am lost though. I know we're supposed to ascend the mill, but I think we just landed all the way at the bottom. This might be one of those parts where we come back later once we've done it. Just kind of getting that feeling. Well, maybe not, though. Actually, no. I'd perhaps not. Perhaps not. Yes. What if the mill... What if you could just ascend the mill from the outside the entire time? And I just blindly assume that you had to go in and out and in and out? Because that would be the kind of thing that I would assume, but then be totally wrong about.
This is getting pretty difficult. It's making you use all of your platforming abilities, like all in tandem, pretty rapidly after learning them.
Now, where does this door connect? Does it connect to this door? I don't think it does. We got to get up there. Where can I go? Oh, no. All right, here's what we'll do. So we were just here, but the real question is, where can I go? Like up here?
Yeah.
What if this was it? What if this is where you had to go?
This is it.
No.
This is totally it.
No.
Keep climbing.
Where the hell are we?
Yeah, this is really weird.
This is
I
actually...
feel like we're playing a Strider game at this point.
I think this is an invisible wall, I guess. I don't think you can get past it.
Strider just keeps climbing. Sometimes you just keep climbing in Strider 2 or the newer Strider, and you wind up at nothing.
Oh!
Come on, man! You gotta go all the way back up again.
Yeah.
Get that thing.
I bet we could have made it with attacks.
This is gonna be a short episode. We should have mentioned that earlier. Well, you probably already know because you see the length of the video before you click on it. And if the length is shorter, you tend to click on it more readily. I know I do.
Oh, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Speaking from experience, but also GameSoup does tend to put out long videos.
But also,
we've been considering putting out shorter videos. Probably not for the rest of this LP, because LPs we tend to go pretty long towards the end. There you go. Dash. Okay, you got it.
Excellent.
Oh! What was it?
Ultra grapple. Where was it? Grapple one enemy per jump. What is a grapple?
I don't know. What did that mean?
What that mean? It's one of our abilities, I think. Let's try it, shall we? Wait, is there anything in here that we can use? No. Let's try it. Ultra grapple. All sockets are full. Don't you dare tell me about my own sockets. Alright. Is that the grapple? Oh, no, it's, Where's the part in the menus where you look at the moves that you have? It must be here. It must be on this screen, right? No, these are quests. Like, just like the standard moves that we have, like the grapple. We don't get those anymore? All right, I guess not. Oh. No, not here either. Are they in here? Controls? Yeah, the grapple is, I think, the holding the button.
Yeah.
But what I'm really concerned about, I'm really concernicus, is where to go. Oh, I bet we can just jump down from here. Aha. Have we been in here? This is a meandering episode. I don't think we've been here because look at the load times.
Yeah.
Here it is. There you go.
This was it.
This is a cutscene. The wellspring was once home to a great library, Ori. Knowledge flowed like water through its walls. Now, much of what once was is lost, and the water sits still. Oh, alright. Is that all you had to say to me, old man? Hey, old man.
And after all that?
Whoa. The legends were true. Just look at all this knowledge. But there's something else. A foul presence. Seems to be wafting down from somewhere up above. Mind checking on it?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Hey, we might as well hone our skills.
Shock Smash?
Spirit Star. These are the same as before.
Yeah, but what about
what?
Shock Smash?
Oh.
That one's the most expensive. I just figured that one's the best one.
Let's see. Drop attacks with Spirit Smash.
Well, we already have that.
We do?
Yeah. No, we don't have that. Oh, no, we don't have that.
It's,
no, we don't.
It's the heavy hammer. It's the hammer attack. But it has downwards attacks.
Oh, but it gives a shock wave. That might be it.
Yeah, that's all it does.
Drop attacks give a shock wave. I think that's what it is.
That doesn't sound that interesting, to be honest.
Yeah.
We need that money for other stuff. Because, every charm has an upgrade. Has several upgrades.
Oh, no.
Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, this is going to be a long one.
So, yeah.
I can already tell.
What we haven't used at all yet is this one. Spike. It looks like this. You can just aim it anywhere. That's cool.
So, yeah, this might also be another controversial take. This is our controversial takes episode.
Yeah.
Not really that controversial, but I think besides just reading books, you can read articles, right? But also, I think reading Twitter has a lot of value.
I disagree.
I've learned a lot on Twitter over the last couple of years. Your feed has to be curated perfectly for you. However,
yeah, but that applies to anything. You can say you can learn a lot from TV as long as you're watching the right shows.
Exactly. You got to be subscribed to the right people.
Oh,
and your feed has to be kept very clean and kept educational on topics that you don't know much about, but you want to know about currently.
All right.
And I'll find myself, like in the same way, if I was reading a book, I'll find myself rereading the same tweet again and again. And I'll find myself actually doing it more often because I want to obtain that one nugget of knowledge, and it also forces people to use only 288 characters. Whereas a book, people tend to be really long-winded. A lot of authors tend to be way more long-winded than they need to be in order to. Sometimes it's just a lot of the time it's just to pad the book, right? Especially in non-fiction writing.
Yeah,
they just want to pad the book and make it look thicker, when really they're just trying to get one idea across to you that actually would take them 20 minutes to explain, but they take six hours worth of audio book to do it. And that's where I think that's where Twitter can shine. But yeah, you can't be following politics though. You can't be following politics. You can't be following. I mean, yeah, like just basic shit. Sports and politics. It's got to be whatever topic you're interested in. If it's game design, you got to find the right guys who are into game design. If it's cryptocurrency, you got to find the right guys who know their shit, right? And a lot of it's going to lead you to read books. Like I've read books based on recommendations from people on Twitter. Like if you like what they're talking about, you'll see them recommend books or talk about books that they've read, and then that'll lead you down another path. And I'm not saying you're getting all your knowledge from Twitter and just scrolling through there all day. It becomes an addiction at some point, especially if you're posting a lot and trying to get those likes, you know?
We're going to build something, Joe. I haven't laid eyes upon the real Gorlek ore since we left our homeland. Thank you, Spirit. To building him with such materials, well, I can call myself a true Gorlek once more. The glades will be a haven for all, far from the decay and the shadow in the sky. Alright.
Repairs?
So these are to build homes, and this is to clear out the vines. Wow, those both sound incredibly uninteresting.
Build homes.
Alright, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I was really juiced to build something. You know, a lot of games have these sort of town building simulators a little bit. I'll be interested to see what this... Sorry, Joe, I know you were kind of a...
No, I think we're done. I think I was done with that particular topic. I mean, the game's more important, so...
I thought that was a really interesting topic, though. Now that they're Gorlek made, care to help with another project? We unlocked one thing. Time to build some more housing. By the fire. Oh. By the fire, huh? Alright. Well, actually,
we're gonna have to wrap it up.
Yep, I think this is the perfect place to do it. So from here on out, we'll do, I think, longer episodes.
Yeah, we're probably gonna do some longer ones, but we're just out of time for tonight.
So until then, Joe, I really do think that Joe, in particular, is fond of the way that he looks. And I think I also like the way that he looks. Do you have anything to say about that?
I think that why do we say you're going to like the way you look at the end of every episode? Why do we do that? Ed, that's about all. Peace out.